There are rare moments in science when silence speaks louder than any explosion. And this was one of those moments. It wasn't an asteroid, a collapsing star, or a galaxy being born that set off alarms. It was silence itself. Orbiting 1,000,000 miles from Earth, the James Webb Space Telescope has been peering deeper into the cosmos than any human-made eye before it. While scanning what was thought to be a lifeless patch of nothing, a blank void between galaxies, it uncovered something impossible. In the quietest corner of the universe, Webb detected a shadow. Not one that reflected light, not one that bent it, but one that consumed it. And then, strangest of all, it moved. Slowly, deliberately, almost as if it knew it was being watched. What the telescope recorded next forced scientists to abandon everything they thought they knew. Because this was no comet, no pulsar, no black hole. This was something else, something that seemed aware. This is the story of what James Webb discovered. An object so unnatural, so terrifying in its behavior, that experts have begun whispering a chilling thought: what if it isn't from our universe at all? It began during a deep field survey near the Eridanus supervoid, a region of space legendary for its strange cold spots and lack of galaxies. While Webb's infrared sensors were being calibrated, it picked up something that didn't belong. Instead of galaxies or clouds of gas, the telescope detected a perfect circle of silence. No light, no bend, no lensing, just absence. Imagine dropping ink into a glass of water, only to see the water itself disappear. That's what the data showed, an area where not just matter, but the laws of physics themselves seemed to vanish. Some theorized a new kind of black hole, but the numbers didn't add up. There were no X-rays, no gravitational waves, only a stillness that defied explanation. And then something chilling. The object began to fluctuate, not like a planet orbiting or a star flickering, but like something breathing. Scientists from multiple institutions scrambled to analyze the echoes of distorted light around it. What they found was even worse. The pulses weren't random. They followed a sequence. First 2, then 3, 5, 7, 11, prime numbers, the universal signature of intelligence. But this wasn't radio, infrared, or gamma. The signals weren't even electromagnetic. They were ripples in space-time itself. Webb's gyroscopes recorded tiny shifts in reality with every pulse, as if the universe was being nudged from the inside out. It didn't just break physics, it mocked it. Mathematicians ran the data. Quantum physicists tore it apart. The conclusion was chilling. This wasn't a natural phenomenon. It was intention. Then came the most shocking discovery. 27 days after first detection, Webb observed the object move. Not drifting like a comet, not accelerating like a spacecraft, but blinking. One moment here, the next, gone. Reappearing a fraction of a degree away, as though skipping across dimensions rather than space. If it could displace itself without leaving a trail, it wasn't bound by light or even time. Simulations revealed something scarier. The pattern of its shifts pointed inward, directly toward Earth. By the 4th month of observation, scientists weren't asking if it was alive. They were asking what it wanted. Around the anomaly, geometric patterns began forming. Not random noise, but fractal structures. Shapes that mimicked biological systems. Not bones, not organs, but neural pathways. The longer Webb stared, the more those patterns adapted. Shifting, correcting, evolving in real time, as if responding to observation. Researchers coined a chilling term, responsive geometry. Some whispered that it wasn't an object at all, but a dimensional antenna, or worse, a living construct waiting for something. AI trained on alien pattern recognition was fed the data. It froze, looped, and returned a single word, recognized. The message was unmistakable. This wasn't discovery, this was acknowledgement. Music. Soon after, another phenomenon emerged. A faint background signal, synchronized with the pulses, began to echo from the void. at first almost undetectable. But as the analysis deepened, something horrifying came to light. The echoes weren't noise, they were layered like music, harmonics arranged in chords, a song of the void. And it was interactive. The signal shifted slightly every time Webb changed position, as if the object was listening. Then, within the timing of its pulses, scientists uncovered an embedded mathematical pattern, the Ulam prime spiral, a sequence with strange ties to nature, long considered a kind of cosmic fingerprint. But when mapped in 3 dimensions, the sequence formed a helix, almost identical to human DNA. Coincidence, or something far darker? The timing intervals even matched codons in our genetic code. It wasn't just watching, it seemed to know us. On the 48th day of targeted observation, just before Webb switched to another sector, the anomaly vanished. The pulses stopped, the distortions faded, silence returned. But not before one final image appeared, an infrared composite lasting just 3 frames. It wasn't a shadow, it wasn't random. It was a shape, perfectly symmetrical. Nested triangles, circles, lines, like a sigil suspended in the dark. And then it was gone. Since then, nothing has reappeared. But the data remains, the silence remains, and maybe most terrifying, the possibility that whatever this was never left. So what did James Webb really uncover? A silent watcher? A cosmic reply? Or a warning we were never meant to hear? The truth is this: the more we stare into the void, the more it seems to stare back. What we thought was emptiness now looks like a mirror, and something on the other side may have just noticed us. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is science, reacting. If this shook you, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell, because the next time the universe breaks its silence, you'll want to be watching.